Let's go on to this YSL indictment. All right. So you guys ever see what's going on in the YSL indictment? You know, we just heard about the Tory Lanez case. The verdict: Tory Lanez was found guilty, 20 years, facing 20 years in prison. But now, adjacent to that, we also were speaking about the YSL indictment. Now, you guys see all of Thugger's co-defendants are turning one by one. They're snitching one by one.
One by one, and a two by twos.
Basically, right? They're receiving probation. Now, this is one dude called Obama. Now, Obama, supposedly, he's a so-called hitman, right? I don't know if he hit anything, but he basically pleaded guilty, saying that he was going to try to kill YSL Lucci, but he was just waiting for Thugger to give the word, and he was supposed to get paid for killing YSL Lucci. And this man went in the courtroom, and he admitted to it, in which he received 15 years probation and time served. Now, for attempted murder or conspiring to murder somebody, to only get 15 years probation. Like I told you, I'm not a lawyer, man, and I'm not no expert on the judicial system, but I've definitely been through that. I've caught a lot of cases in my time, but I've never seen something like that. I've never heard somebody getting 15 years unless you snitched. But if you ask these gentlemen, they're not considered snitching. Thugger has a brother called Funk. That's his brother.
Right.
He did the same thing. He copped the plea, and he admitted to a list of other crimes. And also, all these gentlemen admitted that YSL is a gang, right? They made a recorded. They admitted it through a recording, right? So this is documented in the courts. And once again, that's Thugger's brother. I would never think Thugger's brother would snitch on him, blood brother. But you know, they say your mama would snitch on you, given the right circumstances, right?
Right circumstances.
So the irony is his own brother snitched on him. His hitman is snitching on him. There's another hitman that was he was on a jail call in which he was recorded saying his girlfriend was saying that he need to snitch and come home to his kids. Now this is the hitman that is he's using a jail phone. Now I've been to jail before. Planet's been to jail before. All right, and we all know when you're incarcerated, all those phone calls that you're making from the inside, they're being recorded. They are being recorded, and that's evident. And any stupid person would tell you that, bro. Nobody can convince me and say, "Oh, I didn't know I was being recorded." You crazy? No man can convince me that when you pick up that phone that you wasn't being recorded. You know you was being recorded. All right. So this gentleman, he acts like, I don't know if he's denying that he was being recorded, but he's giving the perception like as if it was an accident. Like he disclosed that by accident. He didn't mean to disclose that. It was just because he was on the phone with baby mama, and baby mama was like, yeah, you need to come home to your baby. Now, my thing is, the way this other guy, conspiracy to commit murder, he got 15 years probation. I'm wondering if he got 15 years probation, you telling me an actual hitman is going to get off on probation too? Is that what they're saying? An actual hitman is going to get probation too? Because it's looking like everybody's getting probation at this point.
Hey, man. Hey, we know we ain't going to get too deep, but that's...
Nah, we can get deep on that. They don't mind that.
Nah,
they don't mind that. Internet don't mind that.
Because at the end of the day, you look at it like this, man. Remember, it's two types of what they say informants. You know what I'm saying? I forgot which level informant. It could be an informant that actually do a line in front of you. And you'll be like, bitch, I know you ain't got damn, you know what I'm saying? You, and them the ones, you feel me? That's the one he looking like he is right now.
Who that?
You feel me? That dude who was on the stand. You know what I mean?
What's about the Obama? Which one are you speaking about? The Obama? The one that got the 15 years probation?
Yeah, Obama. I don't even know. Do you feel what I'm saying? Why
they call him Obama? I'm learning their name too, because I ain't know nothing about him. Seeing Mondo, Obama. I knew about Funk, because Funk came home. I knew about that.
I remember about him coming to the crib. You feel me?
Yeah.
But as far as about Obama and all this and this and that.
Yeah, I never knew of the Obama.
I never knew about no Obama.
I know about the President Obama.
Yeah, that's the only Obama I knew. That's the only person I seen on the stand until
his name Obama. Yeah,
and that's the only Obama I seen on the stand until now.
Until now.
So what is
So,
going
so,
on, man?
so he received 15 years. Now, like I told you, you got this gentleman that actually murdered somebody. I'm curious to know. I want to know how much time he's gonna receive, because
no, even then, when this man says he was waiting on the word to kill this man, so that means anybody you're willing, anybody could give you that word to kill somebody, and you're just waiting on the word.
He's waiting on the word, because you gotta remember they getting paid for the hit now. You gotta remember, dog. You rolling with the boss. You know you gotta give out incentives. Ain't nobody just catching bodies on the house.
This is
right?
what I'm saying.
Because it ain't like you grew up with these dudes. These dudes is not your best friends. It ain't your brother. These cats are cats that you met through your rising through the ranks, whether it be your money in the industry or your gang ties, right? But that's not enough for somebody to kill for you.
That is
you have to share something special with somebody for them to kill for you without no financial gain, right?
Up.
And especially when you in those positions, when you're a celebrity and you get money, ain't nobody gonna kill for you unless you breaking bread. Either way, you got to pour some bread. Meaning, you definitely gonna have to pay for the lawyer. You definitely gonna have to take care of the family if the man has kids and things of that nature. You gotta make them feel comfortable, and money can do that, right? Because when you know your bills are paid, you know that your family's taken care of. That might make you want to hold your tongue.
Hey, but they should have known to hold their tongue, because now, at the end of the day, if this situation is what it is, technically he's in danger now, and his baby mama and the kids are in danger, because she's across the phone saying, do what you got to do to get home to your babies.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So everybody knows this event happened because it's on the internet now. You feel what I'm saying? So if I was really, if I could say, if I really was a fan of this YSL situation, I could just be a crazed fan. It says I'm finna do something to them, and nobody know where it coming from.
But to be honest with you, I think it's beyond that point.
And I know,
because there's so many people that flip. That means that Thugger would have to kill a lot of people. Thugger would have to kill a lot of people. All right.
And this is why
he would have to murder a lot of people. Everybody's turning.
That's why I say him per se is bigger than him. That's why I say a crazed fan.
Oh, well, you know, that'd be crazy. But
that would be crazy.
With that being said, it looks like they want the head of YSL. They want Thugger.
Yeah.
The main person that the Georgia courts is concerned, the alleged head. The alleged head. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. The alleged head. They want Thugger. They want Young Thug, obviously. But my thing is now, giving all these people probation, that's a setup too. Because 15 years probation, I've seen some people get 10 years probation, 5 years probation, etc., etc. That's a long time. That's a long time to be state property. He's still property of the state, right? You got to check in and things of that nature. So these guys are not too far removed from being incarcerated neither by taking these long probation deals.
I seen dudes violate 90-day probations.
Yeah, what's exactly? So what's the rate on probation? We talking about Florida. What they say, only 80% of people are able to complete probation.
Come on, bro. And I
completed probation before, but I failed twice.
I failed twice too.
Yeah, facts. I was on house arrest for probation.
I failed twice too. I failed twice too, and I just turned on my Martin Luther and was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna make that. I gotta make a change this time." You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened that last time on papers. But other than that, that is hard for any black man to do with any stipulations, because they're telling you, "Oh, you can't go do the things you used to do for the next 15 years, much less 6 months." Much less 15 years, much less 2 years, much less 5 years. They got 15 years papers. Oh man.
15 years papers. I don't know what he gonna do with that. I've never even heard of 15 years papers, but obviously they got it.
They got it.
So they're saying that Thugger might be going to trial January next year, January, February. He might be going to trial next year. Now, also Thugger had some looks like an illegal seizure. They confiscated a phone from him and some other evidence, in which the judge suppressed all that new evidence. So congratulations to Thugger, because that's less evidence, less arsenal for the DA to use against him. All right. Like I said, the judge suppressed the phone records, phone information, and a list of other things that was seized, improper seizure of these items. All right. So, like I said, in Thugger's defense, Thugger's case, we don't know if Thugger's going to be charged for this. We don't know if he's going to be found guilty for this, right?
Right.
Because there's wild twists and turns. But we do know that the Georgia State, they definitely want Thugger. All right. And like I said, they're facing a state RICO, it's not a Fed RICO. Now, this is a strange thing about this case. Even if they beat this state case, they still can be picked up by the feds. Even if they beat it, they still can be picked up by the feds. So it's not over till the fat lady sings officially, for real. So, man, our prayers go out to Thugger and the whole YSL. I'm going to hold back the snitching remarks, but everybody else is screaming that these dudes are snitching. And for some reason, these dudes are saying that they didn't snitch. You got lawyers. It's conflicting information because Gunner's lawyer saying that he didn't snitch. Gunner saying he didn't snitch. Unfuk saying he didn't snitch. The list of others, I presume that they're not. They would say that they didn't snitch, right? Because if they're saying they didn't snitch and they took the same plea agreements, I would assume everybody would try to take that escape route and be like, nah, I ain't snitch either.
Right.
But you have Thugger's lawyer. Thugger's lawyer said he spoke about it, and you could tell that he's disappointed in these dudes. So that's saying that it's safe to assume that Thugger was not in he's not in. Well, you still can't assume because they say when you assume you make a fool of yourself. Right? I'm not gonna assume, but it's strange because some people believe this. All right, some people believe like this is all a plan, right? A lot of people believe like this is a plan. Oh, they're saying Gunner's better being on the outside. He's more helpful being on the outside rather than the inside. So they're trying to say that Thugger approves of this, but Thugger is not saying, he hasn't stated nothing. We haven't heard nothing from Young Thug with all these different things going on within the case. We're hearing from lawyers, right? So it's hard to determine if this is a plan, if Thug is in agreement or he disapproves of it. We can't tell at this point. But when you put the puzzles together, his lawyer is saying that he basically, it's safe to say the lawyer does not approve of it. But is he acting like he doesn't approve of it? Is that an act? Because the lawyer is acting like what these guys are doing. He's disappointed in the co-defendants, right?
Right.
Now there's another lawyer that has nothing to do with the case, and she said that this is not considered snitching. So I'm confused because that's an actual lawyer. She studies law, obviously, right?
Right.
So she would be qualified to say these things, you know? But like I said, there's so much conflicting information at this point. So we don't know if people snitching or if they did snitch. But if you ask the general public, we take it as snitching. But at the same time, we're not qualified to say that these gentlemen have snitched because we don't know the court of law. We don't know the judicial system. We don't know about these immunities, these terms. We don't know about even all the stipulations with the Fifth Amendment. We don't know because we don't study law.